sunshine. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. And I love my life. There is nobody around to hear it. I'm at my quiet spot. They're doing some construction down below here, and you can see this is my quiet spot for a reason. I'm out here in my hometown, Boulder City, getting my smoke on. You already know, though, it's a motto of the YOLO. And this morning, like every morning, I'm talking about men's mental health. I'm talking about getting my mind right. And today I almost missed the whole show just because of things jumping off, popping off, and making it happen. But, you know, I was watching or reading an article. I kind of watched a little clip of your boy Jonah Hill talking about men's mental health, right? He's gone through some struggles, and he's highlighting this psychologist, famous psychologist. Let's bless up and walk and talk. This was a whole ass blunt. So I went to put on my psychedelic backpack and it snapped. What was interesting to me is I didn't snap. Normally, after putting that much effort behind making a blunt, you kind of want it to stick and bind, and I didn't mind. What's going on with this? It's not hitting. I didn't mind. Oh, it's probably because I forced it in. Damn. I already got what you call it on here? What do you call that? When you get fucking wax all over the place. There we go. Now it's hitting. Yeah. Yowzers. So, I'm going to take you to my quiet spot. And we're going to talk a lot. Just do a quick lap with me, shall we? You know, when you're entering into the mind of an individual that's suffering, whether it's a man or a woman, there's just so many opinions and issues and feelings that come with it. And as I loop trail, let's do it, Nike. As I stay on this road, I had to find tools. That's what they were talking about this morning. Tools to get our minds right. If nothing else, at least my channel has a purpose. You know, I talk about my own self because this is the only subject I can talk about in details. Other people, you know, they can only talk about themselves too, because this is who you know intimately, right? This is the path that I walk alone. And just like you do it in your head, you got to damn all the way down to Lake Mead River Mountain Loop Trail. Oh, Lord. Damn, you can go to Henderson this way and Lake Mead. Let's see how far it goes. Anyway, if I'm not back in an hour, you already know what time it is. So the part that shocked me is that he said, you know, when we talk to our friends, we really want them to listen, but they give us advice. And when we talk to our therapist, we really want them to give us advice, but they really just listen. And I don't know if you're listening to yourself. You know, I don't know if you've ever really listened to yourself. It's hard, you know, to stop having a phone in your hand. What was the 3-2-1? Don't eat 3 hours before you go to sleep. 2, what was the 2? Don't drink anything 2 hours before you sleep. And then 1, spending that last hour off your phone and off a screen before you go to sleep. There's so many mental hacks out there. Working out, stretching, eating right. But for somebody that's self-destructing, or as I like to call it, hurting out loud. Yeah, I just made that up. For someone that's hurting out loud, you're going to need some pain-free instantly. You know what I'm saying? Wow, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. And to get relief that's desperately needed is one of the hardest things to do. I wonder what they're building up here. Ooh, I saw some equipment. Some shit's going down. Anyway, Con Air. You see that fucking water tower over there? I was watching Con Air and the movie starts literally right there. So anyway, so when you start in your life and your day, you know, it's hard for most people to be emotionally stable. There's something underneath here. There's something buried underneath there. That's some shite, mate. Some shite. I wonder what's going on. I'm on a path I've never walked before. And that's what it's gonna take. You know, at Saints Addiction, I had to get my mind right. I had to get on a different path in my life. And not for nothing, these guys are coming down fast. Let me get out of the way.
How you doing, bud?
Have a good one, man. Flying. I want to do some investigations. I'm doing some investigative reporting. Whew. So you're choosing a path. It's another one. You know, I might have to look this up later. What does it say? Canyon Road. 998 Canyon Road. For all those people that know how to spy, they're about to pave this road and make a parking lot because it's so flat you can kind of tell. And those are the rocks for gravel and parking lot. But call 911 or 998 Canyon Road. Weight limit, tons, something's in there. We're probably gonna get arrested again. So check out that view. So when we're walking our path, we're the only ones walking it. We're the only ones feeling it. We're the only ones understanding it. And for men, it's not usually socially acceptable to express this amount of feelings, to express this amount of life. And unfortunately, life is just too complex to keep it all inside. I've actually heard something. I heard something where it said that men were using women to be their emotional stability. I don't know if you ever heard that before, but to use a woman as your outlet for emotional understanding, and that it kind of completes the circle of me being the provider, right, and doing production, and you being the reproducer and kind of reproducing me. Oh shit, we're about to come up. Check this out. I was wondering where we were at, because I've been to Bootleg Canyon before, but never like this. Warning: Bootleg Canyon, flood control, detention basin, keep out. Well, I'm not out, I'm in. And to be honest, this is where we throw that whole festival. We did the whole not Event Horizon. Was it Event Horizons? This whole thing is up for flood waters. Well, guess what it was for? We had our own thing. Oh shit, I'm not alone. Hi. Yeah, we had a whole festival down here, bro. We had one of the Burning Man regionals out here. Isn't this crazy? Wow, I thought I was the only human out here, but they had fireworks in that corner, I remember, in that basin. And we just all camped and partied up here in Bootleg Canyon. Isn't this shit crazy, bro? Boulder City, baby, BC. What a trip. Fucking life is a trip. I'm glad I went somewhere different. I'm glad I checked out something different. Okay. So you're viewing with me something different too. I've never seen this before. Well, I've been here before, but I never walked here before. And I did ask permission. And I was brave enough to go. And that's what it's going to take. You're going to need, in this journey of mental health, you're going to need, see, there's the top of these things. This must be some kind of like waste treatment plant or something. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, we up here. We out here. And the tools, you need to have some kind of hope and a plan and some tools to get you out of a mental funk. It's not enough to just feel. Everybody's feeling something. We all had our feelings, right? But we never get any kind of understanding. We seek it out in our friendships. We'll call our friends, tell them everything about us, dirty secrets, concerns, worries. But that's not their job. And then you go all the way to this therapist when it is their job. And all they do is listen like your friends should have, instead of giving bad advice like your friends will. And that's just something that's ends up happening is we give each other bad advice. Miami vice, bro. We end up giving each other's vices. If you're an angry chick, you're going to tell your friend, fuck him. He's an asshole. You know, you don't deserve him. Meanwhile, some envy and jealousy plays in that kind of category to say that to somebody, where you're saying like, fuck him because you ain't got nobody. That's the thing that I see is like, we tend to do bad therapy, right? That's why I call this one men's mental health. Our bad therapy is to pretend like everything's going to be okay. You got to make it that way. It's not just everything's going to be okay. There's got to be some effort put into it, dude. And that's one of the key features that I started learning from my life is like, okay, everything's going to be okay because A, I started seeing a therapist. B, why is it going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay because you're going to make it okay, right? You're going to make yourself feel okay. And it's okay to not feel okay. And it's okay to be okay. Like some people on my left, you need to be on my right, right? Yeah. This chick's forgetting the rules. Why would she be on my left? Yeah, I think she's stupid. Anyway, some people, right? This is a walking path too, right? Okay, cool. Because if I'm on my left, the guy would be coming up on the right and I would see them and she would be in the correct lane on the right and she wouldn't have to worry about me. But she said on my left. All right. Anyway, some people's kids, some people's understandings. Maybe she feels like I'm rude as fuck and I shouldn't be on the bike path at all. Even though I think it's a walking path, but what the fuck do I know? Anyway, so my point is that is our misunderstanding of ourselves and each other is so high, right? Higher than I am right now. Elevation and weed. It's a beautiful park. There's something that we could do to elevate ourselves. And these are the tool sets that you need. You're going to need some hope. Need some hope. You're going to be able to need some dope. You're going to need some shine. You're going to need some food. You know, you're going to need some things that the other things aren't giving, right? You got to find these things within yourself, right? The choice is really yours. No one's going to smack the fucking Snickers bars out of your hand, right? So you're making choices. I do it too. I'll make an emotional choice. I said, let me eat a pizza. Let me just eat pizza. Okay. What about fruit? What about eating food that I made myself? What about spending less and making more? Yeah, that's a big giant jackrabbit. That's what you're seeing. You know? I see a lot of my friends meal prepping. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of their coupling. I'm jealous of their not swiftness. What is that? When you're being, you know, thrifty. Their thriftness and just the all around camaraderie. You're lucky if you have someone. And for all those people that are fuck him and are hurt and are so hurt that they teach hurt. It's one of the things that I learned about my anger as I was teaching through my anger, right? People didn't want to hear the message unless I was being honest, genuine, and realistic, right? You know, it's hard when you pretending to be something that you're not and holding back. One of the things I've been learning about this thing, holy shit, look at the scorpion. That's great, dude. One of the things, there's a rattlesnake up there too. I've never been here before. I always sit there in the parking lot, chill out, eat and smoke, and I never even gone up here. Wow, scorpion, ain't that some shit? So, you know, getting our mind right is our own responsibility. It's no one else's job. So many times people try to put it on other people or try to find it so hard. Just having this kind of conversation with my ex about how sometimes we find happy through people, right? We'll find it through drinking or random sex with somebody, or, you know, there's a lot of things that excite us. But the name of the game is sustainable. Her favorite word, sustainable. Not only sustainable love, but sustainable happy. Oh shit, look, it's a Roadrunner. That's cool. Yeah, sustainable happy is really hard to find. Your boy Tony Shea was trying to pay everybody double their salary just to get motherfuckers to be happy around him. It didn't work. He ended up burning himself alive in Connecticut, high on drugs. So he started crystallizing to people. Yeah, you can have all the money in the world. That's not it. And that's exactly what we keep trying to convince ourselves. It's like, yo, it's, you know, happiness is, you know, right here, dude. It's this amount. You know, it's this amount of money. It's this amount of weight that you weigh. It's this amount of other things except for healthy. You know, it's hard to stay healthy. You can't just ask somebody, oh my God, they got all the desert creatures I grew up with as a kid. The Roadrunner, the Jackrabbit, the fucking horny toad. Horny? Is it horny? Yeah, horny toad lizard. Are you horny, bro? Horny toad. Oh, are you horny, bro? Horny toad lizard. Oh my God, crack myself up. And the rattlesnake. All are Southwest creatures all over the place. I'm surprised we haven't seen a blackhorn sheep. Or they don't even have to be blackhorn. I don't think we have blackhorn. I think it's more Colorado, but just sheep in general. Boulder sheep. Look how far up I am. Oh, see, there's a little squirrel. Oh my God, the life is everywhere. So, you know, it's one of those when we're walking our path, you know, to know that everybody else is walking a path. Everybody else is as confused as you. Everybody else needs a therapist. Most people might have it put together and you're just seeing that day. But trust and believe, the same people that put on the makeup and the suits and the dresses are the same people that wake up hungover with their makeup splattered and throw up all over the same suit and dress that we were talking about. It's a rattlesnake. Wow. Ain't that some shit? This is a walk. Oh my God, they got all the creatures, bro. I never knew this. And you can come take a seat too. Man, talk about a quiet spot. I might just come back here and take a seat. I know up there is that rim again, but I've never been in here before. Oh shit, there's that chick on her bike. Let's give her a moment. There's a salamander, which is super dope. Oh, and there's a tortoise too. What the fuck? This place is crazy. I'm gonna let her just be. So, yep, this is crazy touching crazy. You gotta have brave with your energy, you know, and that's something that most men can attest to is bravery and being brave enough to approach women and approach their lives and take action. That's about the only thing that's going to change regret and stagnation or stagflation is action. It's a blessing to be able to be active. You know, so many people are begging for this walk right now to have their own feet and their own mind and fruition and health so they can be outside to breathe fresh air and not be in a hospital and not be in their current situation. I think that's the biggest switch of our lives is our perspective. I couldn't fucking believe it. I keep telling you guys, there's a one-legged chick and she was walking all the way up through Peru and all the way up fucking 17,000 feet elevation with one leg, dude. Like one leg. I'm not sure if it's a guy or girl, and it doesn't even matter. Here it could be men's and women's mental health, actually, but for men, especially because I'm a man, and two, we get so least represented. We were down there. We are the least represented of all the psychotherapy. Women, they're allowed to be emotional. Men, they're not. And when we do express it, we're chastised for it and usually have it misdirected. I'm telling you, there's something underneath that mound. They buried something up in these hills. Yeah, what a fucking view. I'm grateful I still gotta go live. Isn't that a trip? Yeah, let's look at that El Dorado Valley, shall we? And I'm gonna go sit on that bench and have the rest of this conversation with you. My walk and talk, my park and spark, my morning motivation is how I get it. But I wanted to share it because it's like for men, I got all these like hacks and tools, right? It's so beautiful with just a little bit of cherry on the tree left. Gorgeous. Hacks, life hacks, you're gonna be your own life coach. And to be your own life coach, dude, you're gonna have to have some hacks, man. That's what these guys are teaching. Some tools. You gotta leave the spot with some hope, right? Like, to hope is the biggest thing these guys are doing with people now, is hoping, right? I think we get so lost in the sauce. We get so emotional and we don't process things properly. We make irrational decisions. We talk to people irrationally. We talk to people emotionally. I start seeing it more as a pain than a temper, right? I see it more as somebody expressing themselves. And the more that I keep watching this one dude, I don't know, the algorithm's got me right now, but the dude's he gets dogs and he trains them from not biting people. And one of the things that really makes me, is earning trust, showing that you're not scared, but most importantly, showing that I'm not going to hurt you. And that's something that's got to sink in sometimes. You got to let people know that I wasn't here to hurt you, humiliate you, be verbose and all these other things. As I learn the path, the way, the Lao Tzu, the path, as I learn that path and walk it and read it and listen to it on audiobook, Lao Te Ching, the Lao Te Ching, the way of the path or whatever. This Chinese stuff is really cool. The philosophies of all philosophers is really cool. What is this, plastic? Yeah, plastic pocket challenge all the way up here, y'all. Oh man, it's falling apart. That's why it's microplastics. It falls apart. Fucking microplastics. Anyway, plastic pocket challenge. But the point is to be in control of your energy. Like, some people can capture the sun's energy. Some people are letting their energy just be idle. There's certain tips and stuff that you can leverage in life that are free. It's the most important thing, because we put up so many mental blocks. I know for me, it'll be like, well, how much does it cost, And instead of finding a will and finding a way, we find a way to pay, and we also find a way to stay. And we sit ourselves on ideas, and days go by when this could be the best day of your life, and not in a cliche way, and not in a measurable way, but the opportunity way. Does that make more sense to people? Is that you have an opportunity to fulfill days to the level you want to fulfill them to. And as long as your body's moving and grooving, I bet this person's excited to be on a bike. I'm sure people are excited to be outside. I'm sure people are loving that their body is working for them instead of against them. I promise you, there's somebody in a hospital with the other perspective. And just like you said, the people are on the train, and some people are saying, oh, what a crummy ass city. And some people are looking at investment opportunity. Some people are like the new Soho, gentrification, get this land for cheaper, rehabilitate this area. and make it happen. One of the catches is the serving. You know, I'm working on being of service. I'm really gearing up on doing some stuff of service, and like feeding the homeless again, and what else? Any way else I can give. We'll see how we can get Saints Giving to get to work and be of more service than just to myself. It's another one of those keys. It's the servitude, because there's two weights here, as they explained. And one of the weights is rewards, and unfortunately, your boy Saint's addiction is literally addicted to the rewards. It's all about accomplishment. It's all about touchdown. It's all about feeling like a winner. When all that was removed, it had to be more real. I had to find healthy alternatives. And then I wasn't being so verbose anymore. I wasn't being so judgmental to people anymore. I started to open up. And maybe that's the path, and maybe that's the way of the path, the path of the way, the way of the path. There's a better way to treat people. I'm trying to find it. I know for facts, like, I've always been really a defensive person. I didn't know that. I wasn't strong enough mentally to know that. It takes a lot of mental strength to know your strengths and your weaknesses. It's going to take even more mental strength and effort, not just mental, because it's more than just that. It's going to take a Herculean effort to learn a new habit and also practice that new habit. So it's going to be one of those things, like, you got to really ask yourself, if I'm going to be always on the reward category, does it make me money? Does it make me happy? What I want. And this is the balance that people don't do. Instead of servitude and duty and giving. And that's what Saints Giving is all about, is for God to give to people and include people. You can become so selfish with my own labels and care about only my things, but I'm also proud of the homies, and I want to help them sell their stuff too. And also get more people in on the show, instead of being just a one-man band, going in a place where I can film and it'd be quiet. So that would be nice as well. Starting to realize the real lies, that if I keep telling myself the horrible things that I've been in my own depression and shit, your brain only thinks to the level that you give it. I wasn't spending my time on my imagination and my creativity, even though as I got these done, the words, the visions that I could be painting for myself are so much more vivid now. They're less just this and more of this, and knowing that if you can see it, you can achieve it. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. And then the most important part was just that the brain believes what you think. So if you think you can't snorkel, welcome to you never snorkeling. And if you want to really believe something and give yourself a chance to be a visualizer, an imaginer, a dreamer, you're gonna have to find that in yourself. And that's all, each and individual one of us, but in ourselves, giving ourselves that vision on a regular basis so we can start living our visions is crucial, because you're only going to believe what you tell yourself, and you're the only one listening. And I hope you're telling yourself some good stuff, because that's what mental health's all about. Like, it's for us to be healthier in our minds and in our interactions. I know I have a mistake master, and I got some comeback to do, and I got to right my wrongs, but that's what Saints Addiction's all about, is finding healthy alternatives, perspectives, and negotiating ways to be a better human. And that's on my heart from the start. So it's your boy Marky Saint. Peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Ciao. Bello. Bella. Beijos.